How you doing, guys? Yes, we're back here with debating wolves here. Sorry about that. There, we were sitting here. We were a little bit late. I think what happened is that ever since I upgraded the camera, too much for the bandwidth. I turned the bandwidth down. Maybe that would help. Hello, son. As you see, I want you guys. I just posted the link there. You guys can join. We'll get everybody back in here for a second part of debating wolves. While we take that second right there, I want you guys to please like, share, subscribe, and definitely donate to the show because that's what helps keep the show going. On that note right there, I just posted the donate link right there. Go ahead, please. Uh, we're going to roll into our second half of the show. We normally do a free-for-all, and then we'll come up to what topic what is, and we'll change the name of the show to that topic as we get into it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay. See, like I said, when you don't say anything, I think this thing is acting up. I turned the quality down. I think what happened is it's doing 1080p, and maybe the computer just can't handle it. No, that's it. But well, see, that's what you should do. You're a white guy. You should do that now.
Hey, Andre, you've been breaking up pretty badly, man. You might want to turn your cam off just to open up more bandwidth for your audio.
Okay, what about now? I turned the cam setting down a little bit more. Is that better?
You're clear.
Yeah. No,
Let's go.
I think it was. I turned it down at the beginning of this one, so tell me if I start breaking up. But it could be that I do admit I could need to restart the router. Remember, I told you that I'm using it my secondary one because that one got damaged in the storm. So it's like, you know, as I said, this I understand like where Matt was telling he's had a bad week. Shit, this has been a fucking bad week for me. I mean, anything else breaks around here, I swear to God, you know.
No,
I'll tell you that. Huh?
What can you do?
Yeah, you can't. Well, I hate to say, sometimes sometimes you can't do anything, but I'll tell you what I want to do. Sometimes I want to go sit in a fucking corner and cry.
You gotta get that. You gotta get that Google Fiber. Break that out.
Google Fiber.
Yeah, Google Fiber. Some white people shit.
Yep.
On it.
Fiber optics, fastest internet signal you can get right now.
It's just crazy.
No.
Like 3 gig down. What?
I think it might be the cam itself because I noticed this lap's never been this hot before, so that may be causing it to.
Yeah, it probably is.
You know, because normally it's never this hot, and I mean it's warm.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
So what are we talking about, Trey?
We're gonna let a couple more people get in the room. Come on, we're going to. Did you add the people from the last room? I know I couldn't post the link. See, that's one bad thing. Now that I'm down to using one machine, I thought that would help on the bandwidth side, but I noticed that the machine maybe can't handle the you know, the extra
camera.
stress.
Yeah.
Right, the cameras. Yeah.
Maybe since we're on the topic of race, let's talk about white privilege.
About
Talk about white privilege since we're on the race train right now.
a couple more people in
That
here.
way Josh can get a chance to speak.
Oh man, white privilege is played out. It's played out. There ain't gonna be that many white people in too much longer. Y'all ain't gonna have to worry about it. We ain't having enough kids.
Well, you think about it though, race gets.
What's gonna be funny is when we are all gone, then what the fuck's gonna happen? People ain't gonna know what to do. And everybody's just some shade of brown. People are gonna be all fucked up.
Yeah, but you think about it, race, color dilutes. It doesn't get darker. So at the end of the day, as time goes on, people are going to be whiter and whiter and whiter.
Nah, we're all gonna be about. We're gonna be a little brown.
We're all going to be Mexicans.
Pretty much. We're gonna be like Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican.
And then people aren't going to know what to do. We'll find something else to hate each other over for. I mean, back before people spread to other continents, it's not like in Europe, all the white people were just chilling in Europe getting along. We kill each other because people have a different color flag. Humans are shitty. I have very little hope for the human race in general.
Yeah, same here.
Say that again.
Yeah, that's like me and George were talking about. I'll go ahead and post the link in the chat. We haven't had too many trolls tonight, so I'm not worried about that. Well, knock on wood. That way anyone else can join if you want.
Looking for shrooms. Where can I find some?
Who's looking for shrooms? I got you.
Oh wait, what?
That's what we need. Everybody should have to take shrooms before they're allowed in government. Like, as soon as you get elected, there should be a cave somewhere. You have to drag people to it. You have to do a heroic dose of shrooms. Nothing less than 6 grams. We should leave you in there for about 8 hours before you're allowed to make any decisions.
I concur that statement.
Hey, you know what? I came back. I just wanted to voice my grievances about my treatment last show. I wanted to say that it seems like this, you guys, I get the name, no name, well, actually I don't, because it's not like I use any profane names, but sellout and crybaby, I don't see how that's, a death sentence offense. But fair enough, you guys have these rules. But I noticed that this is the...
You haven't been here. I will say don't do no name calling at all. That's one of the rules at all. So that's, I mean, you're used to, I do admit, you're used to being over there. And like I said, if you heard me even say, I totally understand the type of people we used to debate with over there. And I mean, if you didn't have thick skin over there, I mean, it would be a fight every 30 seconds. But what we try to do is we try to hold a more intellectual conversation that way, because some people don't take kindly to any type of respect each other highly over here. But we attack your opinion, but we respect each other highly. So that's what makes it a different kind of party.
Then the name should be changed to Judge Dre and the Great Big Old Tea Party, because you want people to.
You're entitled to that opinion.
And listen, and I appreciate you letting me air it out, because like I said, if it was NBA's chat, there, and that's the other thing I wanted to address. It has, this place has a very, and I know you guys are you advertise yourself as the antithesis of Soto Nation, but it is very Soto-esque, Soto-light in its treatment of non-members or newcomers or detractors, so to speak. You can't say anything, and anything that goes against it.
Well, Chris, I think you got that wrong there, because one, we're not affiliated with any of the nation anymore. If you talk about that, the nation, this Dre Nation over here.
I know Dre.
We're respectful to all newcomers, even people who, like you see, we will try to work on you and get you to adapt the rules rather than just kick you out. And I will admit, just give an example, my mods have been quite nice to you because other people have been kicked out for far less.
Wait a nice.
Wait, hold on. Let me interject. I just want to bring a little bit of rationality to this. Black Rampage. The point is, whenever you start with the ad hominem attacks, it weakens your point. It dilutes your point, your message, or your argument. So it's not about people not being able to take insults or whatever. Who gives a fuck about that? When you debate and you bring an argument to the table, you want to make it as strong as you possibly can, whether anyone agrees or disagrees. When you start with the name calling and shit, it just makes you look really bad, and it makes you look really unprofessional, and it takes away from your argument.
Well, see, I definitely think that is, and Leslie, I appreciate that. I definitely think that that is a matter of opinion. You have to understand that this is a roughshod debating forum. You know, you have random people coming from random places with random
Right.
ideas. So
That's
what
true.
I'm saying, well, and I understand. Hold on, hold on.
Different.
I understand the no name calling thing. I get that to a certain extent, but this is somewhat unprofessional. And if you expect people to come on in tuxedos and have a tuxedo type of debate, what you're going to end up having is one big circle jerk where everybody agrees about the same thing and everybody sits there, and then you can have your tame audience. Like Mad Black Atheist, he's in the chat room, literally upset, and I hate using that word because
Okay,
that's
okay,
Tommy has ruined that word.
wait. Let's not even go into that. Let's not even go into that. That what you're just saying is false because if that was the case, we would deny all opposing arguments, and we're not doing that. We welcome opposing arguments, and we understand you oppose what most of the people hear, their ideology and what's correct. So it's not about that. Okay, you're allowed to state your argument. Just stay away from the ad hominem attacks. That's all we ask. If you can't
Right.
handle it, we're all grown ass men. If you can't handle it, you're more than welcome to leave.
Oh yeah,
Right.
no,
No
no,
hard
fair enough.
feelings. No hard feelings at all.
Right.
Right,
And
right. I respect that.
you've noticed, I'm gonna let you know like this is Black. We've given you, like I said, we've given you a lot more than other people. And what I'm trying to say is this: like I can see your point on certain things. You just need to work on your delivery so you can be accepted more, and so your message can be heard. Because see, one problem is this: most intelligent people, as soon as they hear an insult, they don't hear nothing else after the insult.
Well, I would say that I say that I'm being unjustly characterized because it's not like I walked in here and say, "Hey, what's up, sellouts?" and then I started getting into the thing. I'm dealing with grown men who are making logical fallacies, like Leslie when he ended, everything's equal. You can go to school, as if the schools in the white neighborhoods
You're
and
breaking up.
aren't. I'm breaking up.
No, you're good. That's Andre. Andre is.
Yeah, Andre's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No,
Go
no.
ahead,
When he
Black.
says,
Go ahead,
yeah,
Black.
when you said, oh, everything's equal. Everybody can, you can go to school. You can do this. Everything is, you can't blame the white man. But when we have vast differences in the schoolings that we have access to, I find that to be not true. So
Okay.
when we're dealing with fantasy, it makes it hard to stick to any rules because because you guys are not dealing with in a reality where dogs bark. In your reality, cats bark, dogs meow.
And that's
And so
fine. But here's the thing, Black. That final thought I gave, my final talking point, it's my opinion. So whether you agree or not, that's still my opinion. Just like you have your opinion, and we may never ever see eye to eye. But the thing is, as a man, especially as a black man, I'm going to respect the fact that our common goal is to better the black community, and
And
that's
you know
all that
what?
matters to me.
And Leslie, I can appreciate you because you're level-headed. I can look at your avatar. It's a beautiful black family.
Thank
So
you.
I don't. You very much welcome. You earned it. And so even though I do disagree with you in your premise and what I've heard thus far,
Yeah.
I'm not saying you don't have a right to speak it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And really, I'm just really here to speak about my ill treatment.
And that's
I'm
what we
here
want.
to.
That's what we want to hear. We want to hear
Right.
your side.
Right. Right.
You know.
Hold on. I want to.
Y'all have
Hey Dre, man.
if that's what the problem is. So just keep out if I get back. Okay, me left.
Okay. Yeah.
Nobody can
Not a
hear.
problem. Hey, Gabe, give me moderator controls in the hangout.
Hey,
Dre.
listen, Mad Black Atheist. Here's the other thing.
You should have. I sent it to you.
Why do you keep
Matt,
addressing Matt Black for?
He's
because
not.
he's in the chat room addressing me. Is that we can't
Well,
do that
no,
here?
no, yeah. Let's not even look. Here's the thing. Let's not
This
even.
isn't about Matt Black.
Yeah. Let's stay on the topic, and let's debate. If you look at any professional debate panel, they don't go into the name calling. They don't do any of that stuff. It's heavily moderated. It's about presenting your points. It's not about trying to sway each other on the panel. It's so the audience can hear both sides of the argument, and then they can make the decision, and make and go out and do the research and find a way, find what they want to believe or what they don't want to believe. So that's what this is about.
Can
That's what
I
the
can I
debate's about.
offer can I offer something to the discussion?
Yes.
Of course you can.
Hey, Black. Earlier when I came on, it was specifically because my concern was is that I was hearing a lot of what you were saying, but and I said specifically it's the white people's fault that kind of misses me. You know what I'm saying? Now I do understand that it's systematic, but I mean I believe that we have to be systematic to offset that as well. So for me, I to be more solution oriented. And I don't like to say you did it to me. I like to say how am I going to maneuver and get around it and overcome it and show other people how to maneuver, get over it, and come. So that's what I was saying. Like a lot of your points made perfect sense to me, but I knew your message was lost on this group because I'm that outsider most of the time. You know, if I'm honest, you know. And I knew your message was lost on the group as soon as you blame white people or even use that type of language. And, you know, so I understand what you're saying, and I'd like to even hear more of what you have to say. But I mean, like I said, white people, I just don't ride with that, man. I try to look for solutions.
Well, see, and I appreciate that, Damien, and I want to say that, again, when I came on here, I knew I was coming into hostile territory. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't familiar with the no name calling rule or whatever. I do come from a more Vietnam-esque type of panels, so I had to adjust my tone. So that's why I don't believe I used any profanity that I can recall. But my point isn't to convince anyone of my position. It's just to state it, and you can take what applies and what would help and what doesn't. So, I disagree with you or anyone else who says that, we can't blame all whites when if racism is our biggest problem, if you go with that thread, racism benefits all white people and it hurts all blacks. So if you're involved in a crime, even if you're the getaway driver, you're held responsible. And so that's what I'm saying. Sure, some whites don't want you to be shot in the back or actual slave, but white people enjoy their power.
And what is the responsibility? What are we looking to do to hold them accountable?
That's the problem, is because a number one tactic of white people is confusion. You have blacks that say all whites ain't bad. You got blacks that marry whites and give them their wealth and betray their race at every chance they get. You have that type, and then you have me, the superhuman Negroes, who see things how they are and who try to just lay out the information. That listen. Our proximity to white people has always been intimate and it's always been toxic. So let's change that.
And how do we go about doing that?
Well, first we got to identify the root cause. Okay, this is let's look at it as a disease. The outbreak monkey is white people, so we have to distance ourselves from them. So once we realize that we have to distance ourselves. So it's not about segregation.
Can you explain that, please?
Explain it. I'm saying that, look, if again, we have to go back to the premise. If racism is our number one problem, racism equals white people. So we have to take away our dependence of white people, economically, socially.
I think income inequality is our biggest problem.
Well, see, but if you don't make the money you make, you can't leave racism from it.
No, I make plenty of money. I say
no, not you personally.
Oh, I know. I'm saying across the board. I think what ties us all together is income inequality.
Well, see, I don't agree with that.
That's the problem. Okay.
What I'm saying is that you're saying that it's income inequality. Okay, so we don't make everybody doesn't make everybody doesn't make the same amount of money. And I'm saying that if that's true, well, black people make the least out of everybody because we are not white.
I believe that what most people won't be willing to address is, like, we talk about black on black crime and how much black folks kill each other and all that, but what we won't do is we won't compare the fact that black people kill black people at the same rate that white people kill white people and every other race kills everybody else.
Well, that's not true. Black people kill black people at a higher rate.
Listen, brother. I promise you, I do not. I only try to present shit that I researched in depth to be factual, because I thought the same thing when I looked at the numbers. It's proportionate. We always like to say the 13%, but if you look at it statistically proportionate to the size of the population, we kill one another at the same rate.
That's not true. Well, I mean, I'd have to disagree from what I've read and researched.
He's right. It's because, look, white people kill more white people because they're around white people. Black people kill more black
It's
people because they're
proximity. It's
around black people.
proximity and
Like,
poverty. It's proximity and poverty. Proximity and poverty.
like you
You got
generally
poor
don't.
people. You got poor people killing who they're close to.
Yeah, you don't. Generally, when people kill people, they don't kill people that they don't know.
I agree with that premise, and you guys are right. But what I'm saying is, when you look at how many black people kill black people, look at how many white people kill white people percentage-wise. The black number is disproportionate. But I know, of course, yeah, you're going to kill people that you're around. Of course, that's true.
I mean, you're gonna look at numbers of crime. I mean, geez, oh, Pete.
I mean, why are we discussing this like we don't know when we're all on the internet and anybody can just go look up the numbers as we speak? Power of
I
Google.
mean, I had to know it. I've already looked. I want y'all to look.
I mean, I've looked. I know what you're saying.
I wish I had a link, but I'm on my phone, and but damn, I mean, it makes sense to me. I mean, I'm not tripping. I'm not making no excuses. I'm just looking at the statistics, and I'm trying to understand what I can manipulate in the numbers personally.
Okay,
Look
you
at
said
that.
Here's the thing, Damien.
right?
Here's the thing, Damien, and I have to disagree that poverty has anything to do with it, because we've got a regular who lives in Greece, and she said it many times that everybody there is broke as a joke, yet they barely have any crime. So I have to disagree with the poverty.
But you,
now, let me finish my point. Let me finish my
okay,
point.
yeah, okay.
We talked about it a few shows ago about empathy, and the reason why I say that doesn't have to do with poverty. I think it has to do with the fact that black people don't have any type of cultural connection with each other. For instance, the example of Greece. Greece still has its culture. They have a very rich culture. You look at Indians, they have a very rich culture. You look at Arabs, they have a very rich culture. They've got something there that connects them and keeps them from targeting one another. Whereas we as blacks, we don't have that. So it's a lot easier for us to target each other because there's no empathy or sense of culture that binds and connects us.
Well, okay, and in all fairness, is it fair to say that our culture was taken away? And
Yes.
it became a transplant of this country, so it's fairly new and it's being written now.
I agree.
And it's being impacted by policies, right?
Yes, I agree. I agree.
We're making great strides.
Yes,
right.
I agree with
Well,
that.
But we still have a long way to go.
But see, the thing with Leslie and his false equivalency is that he wants to, okay, I'm gonna use a Greek as an example why poverty doesn't apply. Right. Why poverty doesn't apply. They speak their language. They have a sense of culture. They haven't experienced what we have. So it's a false equivalency. He knows that, but he will say it just to be a contrarian. He knows that doesn't make sense.
That's fine. It does make sense because you're blaming it on poverty, yet you have other racial groups who are in poverty and they're not experiencing the same thing. So that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Well, but
I got a question to ask here. Like, one of the things is this. Here's a question for you, Leslie. You say we're blaming it on poverty, but this is one of the things is too. I think poverty does have a big thing to do with it because too, you can't compare another country to us because we have actually trained our kids that you are what you have.
No, that's not true. Listen.
Drake, I got a good comeback for you real quick.
Go for it.
You have every single right to leave this country if you don't like it.
No, but what I'm saying, but listen.
Look at that. Look at that. That's so lazy.
Dre, let me respond. Let me respond to what you just said, Dre.
Let him respond. Go ahead.
Let me respond to what you just said.
In this country.
You guys are putting the blame on poverty. Well, if that's the case, if poverty was the main factor, then you would see the same behavior amongst other groups that experience that same poverty, and we just don't see that.
Hey, let's see where they're at in 200 years. Give them 200
Here's a question. Wait a minute, though. You got a media of all these years teaching like the poor people here because they don't have that over there. You are what you have. Our society has been taught if you don't have this, you are an outcast. If you don't have Jordans, if you don't have nice clothes, I mean, we've put different labels on stupid shit. I mean, literally.
So then, again, that goes back. That takes away from poverty. It goes to the culture.
Dre.
We've created this materialistic culture, and
Right.
that's what it is. So it's not poverty, Dre. That would be culture.
Listen, no, man. What you gotta stop. Don't go no further than what he's saying, Dre. All the Jordan stuff that has nothing to do with it. We have American history of when the immigrants came over here, they had nothing, and what did they do? They formed gangs. They got violent. They robbed. They stole. They killed. So poverty creates these type of environments, and so he wants to jump all the way across the Atlantic to the goddamn Mediterranean to make an example of, oh well, here is something. But whoever told you that there's no crime in Greece when there's people that are poor, she's a liar. There's no such thing as peaceful poor people, period. Because your poverty makes you do things, makes you break laws that you wouldn't otherwise break.
Rampage, if you're going to say that the immigrants made gangs and this and that and other, why didn't you do the same?
Man, what are you talking about? Say that again, man.
I said, if you're going to say that immigrants made gangs, if you look at a plantation, slaves outnumbered white people on the plantation. So why didn't you gang up?
I don't
Hey,
think
hey,
we should go there.
listen, man. This is what I'm saying. Another one. Another false
No,
equivalency.
don't
No,
dodge.
I'm not going to dodge your question. I'm going to answer.
That-
I'm going to answer your question because your question is filled with holes. Why didn't we do this? You act as though there weren't thousands of slave insurrections. So for you to sit here and say that is ridiculous. That's one. Two, the fact of the matter is that I just explained it earlier why I don't choose crime or why I didn't choose crime when I was a child is because it wasn't something that it wasn't an environment that fostered it. So when you sit here and talk this craziness, I'm like, are you just intentionally distracting?
No, you are.
Right, I am.
Because you keep dodging questions like dodgeball.
but what's the point of the question, KP?
Yeah, I don't understand the question myself either. I will admit
Yeah,
that.
please explain to us what that.
He said that immigrants form gangs to survive, right? But
Is that not a
premise.
fact? Are we debating that fact? Because if you're debating that, then we can do that. But are you saying what I said is not true?
No, I'm asking you, is that your premise that immigrants form gangs to survive?
Hey, KP, man, something's wrong with you, brother. Are you debating what I said?
Is your premise saying, are you trying to say
Okay,
that?
hold on, KP. I'm sorry. Is your premise saying that all of these slaves should have ganged up and taken over the plantation?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, I think we're a little late with that debate.
Okay, so why did you keep bringing up slavery then?
I didn't say shit about slavery.
No,
bro.
not
I don't
you,
give
but
shit
the
about
other guy.
slavery.
Why you keep bringing up slavery?
Well, I'm not. I can't speak for the other guy. I just don't want to talk about slavery. I want to talk about poor people killing each other because they
But
live
it
next
doesn't
door
have
to each
anything
other.
to do with you, DZ.
No, it does because I'm in the debate,
No.
man. You just
No,
don't
no,
want me
no,
to.
no, no,
You
no,
don't
no.
want me to. You don't want
I'm
me
saying
to.
this debate is not for you. I'm asking
emotional
him.
slavery argument. I mean, come on, man.
David, I'm not
You
seeing.
come with it.
This is not.
Hey, Hey, bro, you are swinging for the fences, man, and you missed.
No, that is a lie.
Hey,
No,
listen, man.
he
This is what you're
bringing
doing.
up slavery.
You brought up slavery. You brought slavery.
You
So what
brought
I'm
it
saying is,
up.
no, we were talking about poverty, plain and simple. You're the one who went to plantations. Nobody was talking that shit but
You
you.
keep going way back in the day. So when I just use what you said,
This is what we're going to do. We're going to argue. We're going to stick to poverty. We're going to stick to the poverty. We're going to leave the slavery out. We're going to start at poverty and what it causes. That's what we're going to do.
And
But Dre,
What does
Dre,
poverty cause?
but Dre, this has to be settled because KP will keep doing this. KP is the one who brought up slavery, correct?
Make your point, KP, with the slavery. Yes,
please.
okay, you keep bringing up past stuff. You saying that immigrants. This thing about okay, I guess I should define what time period are you talking about immigration?
Hey, my father was born in 1945, and I know there was some Italian gangs in Chicago that my grandparents were fucking with. So there you go.
Okay, I'm talking about the other guy.
Well, listen.
Why
This
got
is
to
what
be the
I'm-
other guy? Just make your argument, man.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
talking to him because he's the one who's brought up the gang thing, not you.
No,
He did.
listen.
But I can speak on it because I am knowledgeable, and I am a man and that can speak, and it's okay for me to say something about it. KP, tell us about
Go ahead,
slavery,
KP.
bro.
Just say your point. Just say your point, KP.
Okay, if you're going to bring up gangs or people ganging together, why didn't blacks do it at any time period to overthrow the powers to be?
Hey, listen, KP. Let me address this. KP has a very loose grip on the conversation. We were talking about poverty. My man Les, he's the one who said that he brought up Greece as a whole, but it could be poverty because the Greeks are doing this. He made that false equivalency, and I'm saying
no
that,
mimicking, bro. No mimicking.
Jesus Christ, man. Is this London, England?
Let
I
him,
mean,
let him,
Outside, bro.
hey, he's fine with the mimicking. I don't.
I'm
It doesn't hurt my
outside,
feelings.
bro.
I don't take it personal. Let him make his point.
He was joking with you.
I
He
was
was
joking,
Let him.
man.
Oh, okay.
he got me.
Go ahead, Black.
Hey,
Go ahead,
Damien got me.
Okay,
Black. Make
go
it
ahead and finish your point.
Okay, let me tell you how everything happened. He went to Greece to prove that poverty in America doesn't exist, or it's not the root cause. I'm saying that that's false, and we can use American history within the 20th century as an example. We had Eastern Europeans come over here. They were broke. What did they do? They committed crimes. They formed gangs, mafias, things like that. That's not debatable. That's pure facts.
Okay,
KP.
let me respond. Can I respond to that? To that
What
very point you
time
just
period?
made?
What time period did you just say?
Oh,
We're
Jesus.
talking.
Hold on, guys.
Black? Can I respond to that very point you made?
Go for it.
Golly, what the hell?
Leslie. Go ahead and respond, Leslie.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. When you look at those Italians, and the groups like that came over and formed those mafias and gangs, they didn't destroy their own communities. They actually built their own communities up and put their communities first.
Hey, listen, Leslie, that's not true, and I think you know it because the mafia didn't kill Hispanics or blacks and all this other stuff. The wars with each other. They were able to shift from gangsters to firefighters, policemen, judges, lawyers.
That's my point.
Because racism. Hold on, because of white supremacy, they were white. They were able to equally target blacks or non-blacks in general because that's how racism works.
And you
Because
can still use the same thing, right?
Hold on, man. No, he's not saying the same thing. He's saying that they didn't destroy, and I'm saying that.
No,
What are
you
you
just
asking
proved
me?
my point.
Can
You
you
just
say
showed how they
still
went from
use the
criminals.
same
You
thing?
I'm
just said it. You just said
I'm
it in your own
proving how
words.
poverty is the root cause and how racism is king over everything.
But you just said it in your own words. You just proved my point. They went from criminals to lawyers, to judges, to doctors. You just proved my point.
Because they were white.
That's to give more. That's to give more power.
That's because they were white.
Saying. So that shows you that they took something negative and they still flipped it into something positive.
But that door's not available for
a lawyer that works for the mafia ain't good.
Right.
Hey,
right.
but this is my point.
I don't see that. If he's a firefighter, but he's a mafia man, that's not a positive person anymore.
But this is what I'm saying. No. Let me make my point because it was between him and I. Leslie, those doors are closed to black people.
Okay.
So you blacks don't have that option. It's either gangster or shoe shine. So what are you talking about?
Here's the thing. They took what they had and they pushed themselves into a position of power. Okay? Blacks have not done that. Blacks have taken that negative and they've used it to destroy themselves.
That's false. They had doors open. Hey, you know what? You can either be a gangster or a lawyer. Black people don't have that. It's either gangster or low-level employee because we're not going to let you have a decent schools, and if you try it, we'll burn it down.
Okay,
so that's what I'm saying. This isn't true.
That's not happening nowadays, though. Nobody's burning shit down when black people start stuff. Nobody's doing that. So what's the excuse for now?
Okay, so we expect black people to be superhuman. Centuries of white terrorism, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, man, get it together. I mean, give me a break, man.
Okay, time out. I got a quick question.
Go ahead, KP.
How come you can bring up centuries, but when I say something about slavery, you tell me I can't bring it up?
Hey, KP, you're the false equivalency king. You have passed up Leslie. Applaud yourself.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
You just now, and also for you, Damien, you stood here and you say, why are you bringing up slavery? But this guy can say something about centuries. When I say something about slavery, oh no, you can't go that far back. That's bullshit, guys.
Hey, listen, man. Since you said my name, Since he said my name. So here's the deal. It's real simple, man. It's real simple. Hey, I don't try to. I'm not gonna get on here and speak shit I don't know.
You hit that. I'm proud of you.
Fuckers, right? So I just keeping it real. I'm telling you the truth for the truth because I research this shit. That's what I do. You know, I want to know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, I don't talk about it.
I
So
pose a question.
No, man. Here's what you tried to do. You tried to compare something to something that ain't comparable. That's what you tried to do. It's called a
question does not have to present facts. It's for education.
Nah, hey, I said this to you last night, bro. You got them little what I call paint you in a corner questions. And it's cool because you forcing me to say.
Because I'm not going to sit here
brother,
and dance all night with anyone.
Ain't nobody trying to dance. It's them bullshit questions that make you dance. I hit you with facts, and you like, what about slavery? Fact, nigga, fact check.
No, you said
because I said poverty.
I asked direct questions to get a direct answer, and that's what a lot of people don't like when you give them a direct question, and that's why Black has been dancing all damn night and avoiding questions.
Okay,
ain't nobody trying to dance. We're just trying to have civil conversation, and all I'm saying is, look, if you want to fact check anything I said, like I said earlier, that over the course of the show, feel free to do so. But the deal is I'm not going to give any information on whether or not slaves could overtake a plantation because I don't know any factual information about that.
Right. Like I can't. But what I understand what he's saying because totally think about this though. You said like what we all and I going back to choice and all that. But if you're in a certain like as you said if you I see both point of views unless you said like look what the mafia did they use that to leverage that into say he got a job as governor and all like that. So they use their power to do that. But then black people. What if they had done? Compared to them, they were still closer to white than we are. So they weren't looked at as a bigger threat as we are.
Okay, so let's fast forward to today, Andre. There's nobody burning anybody's shit down anymore. There's nobody stopping. There's no laws on the books that are being practiced to keep black people down. What's the excuse now?
Hey, hold on.
Okay, the excuse now.
Are we not made up? Do we not go to prison at the higher rates? Are we not the most unemployed? Are we not? Are our neighborhoods
here's
not
a solution.
shit?
I got a solution for the prison. I got a solution for prison, and everybody brings this up. They say, "Oh, these laws and these sentences are against blacks. Well, stop committing the fucking crime, and the laws will be pointless."
Okay, that's fine. Then white people stop ruining our neighborhoods. They created the ghetto through redlining and illegal housing practices.
You're going back again.
Going back. Okay. Let's talk about today. Let's talk about today.
Look. You can't talk about the ghetto and not talk about its creation. You can't talk about the ghetto.
Sit here and tell me what I can talk about the past.
Okay, well here's the question. I do admit, like think about it. With the ghetto, that's a different story because technically, what did welfare do? Welfare broke up our homes because that let the women know if you have a man in the house, we're not going to help you.
But again, the choice was still made to get on welfare. Nobody put a gun to their head and forced them to get on welfare. They still made a conscious decision.
With poverty, they said either take this or nothing.
Right.
Sure they did. That's a gun to your head.
You still have to take it today.
But no. Okay, here's the question. Here's the perfect example. Like here you go. Like
no question. Do you have to take it today? Yes or no?
Well, yes. Poverty. Yes.
No welfare. Welfare.
Listen.
Yeah, you technically do. If you don't have any money, you don't. You have to take.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Dre, listen.
I'm gonna give you a prime example.
What they're doing is they want to admit that this did happen historically, and then they want to eliminate it at the same time.
Okay, who cares? Hey, look, the past is a past. It's fucking over with. Let's talk about what's going on today. Here's a prime example. I was a poor guy, raised in Detroit. Guess what? I joined the fucking military as an opportunity to get out of poverty, and it's worked.
Okay.
I got my bachelor's degree. I own my own business.
So that solves all black people's problems?
It can. Yeah, it can.
Leslie.
What's up, KP?
You can't bring that up. You're that special 1% here.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that.
Like this. No,
you know what?
I'm going to tell you
that explains a lot of your worldview. You have been the white man's warrior for years, and that's why you think this way. Because you were his paid assassin. So now I understand.
Oh, we're assassins.
Okay, hold on a second.
Hey, wait, KP.
There's a guy on the panel right now who grew up without shit that was a white guy who joined the fucking military and did something with his life.
Not much. Not much.
Hey,
Oh, okay. So
hey,
here's a
hey,
white
hey,
man. Here's a
black,
white man who
black.
took advantage of
Hey,
white
black,
power.
black. You said I'm a paid assassin. I'm still waiting on my paychecks, bro, because I ain't got a dime.
Now here, I got a question, but now that goes is that, say like this. But look at like people like in my situation. Yeah, we were, we didn't have that much money growing up. I managed to keep my nose somewhat clean and all like that. But I have had, just because you rolled the dice and you got a good roll after your bullshit does not mean people don't get a good roll. Because even
Yes,
after that, I've
that's
done
bullshit,
everything.
Andre.
Think about it. I've done everything
That's
that a person
bullshit.
should do. No,
No,
listen.
no, that's bullshit because you made some bad decisions which put you in a bad situation.
Like
That's what
what?
it comes down to.
So basically, after all my whole ordeal and doing everything right, being nice and doing whatever I'm
You
supposed to
didn't
do,
do everything right, Andre.
going to work,
You didn't
but
do everything
after
right.
that, well,
You
what have
didn't
I
do
done?
everything right.
Like,
You didn't do everything right.
like give me some ideas of what a person say, like, and my person might have done wrong, or what should I have done to do better.
First of all, you had kids out of wedlock. That was your first mistake. I'm not
Right?
trying to bash you personally,
No, no, no. We
but that's what
talking
I'm
about
saying.
facts.
That's what I'm saying. You made a bad decision, and now that decision
Mm-hmm.
is playing itself out, and it's preventing you from other opportunities. Whereas if you didn't make that bad decision, you would have had a shitload of other opportunities to not be in the situation you're in. And
Now,
that's called personal
right,
responsibility.
right.
And we as black folks have to take responsibility.
Right. Now here you go like this. Now, as you said that. Now, say if I made a bad decision. Now, say your parents made a bad decision and put you in a bad predicament. So technically, we are living out the consequences of the
Okay,
generation before.
that's bullshit. Here again, my mom was poor, single mother. She put me in a bad predicament. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
what did I do? I was in Detroit. Guess what I did? I got locked up in juvie for 3 years. I made bad decisions, got caught selling weed, all that bullshit. Guess
Right.
what I did? I joined the fucking military. I took an opportunity to pull myself out of the situation I was in. So no matter what your parents do, there are still opportunities. You still have
Wait,
a decision.
Okay.
you honestly look
But
at the military as a responsible reaction to your pop, like
Yes,
you
yes,
were a captain of industry. You didn't
dude.
treat you went from your mother telling you what to do, your teacher telling you what to do, to now your sergeant telling you what to do. You basically
Yes.
the result of everybody being your boss. So that's not something to hang your hat on. You didn't
Oh,
create or do anything.
well, check
You've
this out.
done what you were told.
No,
You
no,
own
that's
your own
bullshit.
company, Black
Hold on,
Rampage.
KP. Hold on, KP. Let me tell them. First of all, here's the thing, and this is what's wrong with black people. They got these shitty ass emotional egos, which provokes the same type of rhetoric that comes out of your mouth. Somebody's got an echo. Um, where somebody's your boss, your boss, your boss. Yeah, sorry, put your fucking ego to the side. Take your opportunities. You have to make small time sacrifices for long term gains. Now I own my own business. I am my own fucking boss. I don't work for anybody else, and that's thanks to the discipline that I got from the military and not having this shitty ass ego like somebody can't tell me what the fuck to do. Get over it.
okay. But here you go like this. Like people like as you say that we can use me for example because I'm thick skinned, I can take it. Like you say, some of the shit. You're right. I'm here because of the decisions I made early in life are now just painted me into a corner where basically, technically, the only thing I can do at one time is either do something illegal or die.
But that at the end of the day, it's your fault because you still made bad decisions previously.
So basically,
You're in your
okay,
situation now because of the shitty decisions you made in the past, Andre, and you got to take responsibility for that. It's
I
not
do
the white man's
I
fault.
take
So,
responsibility.
so then
Every
your poverty at this point is your fault.
okay, but when does how much?
There's that echo.
Yeah, who's got echo? I said technically. So I mean, here's the question.
Yeah.
I made the decisions 20 years ago.
Yep.
I made all the bad decisions. So now, say if the police come to my door and I say, "Fuck it, I'm not going to jail because I don't have enough money," and I fight it out with the cops, that's still my fault, even though I've done everything since those decisions. I've done everything possible to be a productive citizen and all of that. When is I understand when people say when is enough.
When is enough is when we stop making the bad decisions. This is why we've got to teach our young black men to stop screwing these chicks, stop having babies, because guess what? One bad decision can ruin all your opportunities in the future. That's
Okay.
the whole point.
Okay, but here's the question. Right, but here, right, you're right. So I made a bad decision then, and I'm going living through all the processes and all the shit. So I got a fucked up future.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
right. I got a fucked up future now. So, what is to prevent someone? You realize is that you virtually condemn a person to a garbage life, to where their only way to really get ahead is to do something illegal.
No, 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 no.
No,
They,
no,
no, no, no, no.
Actually,
No one condemns you. No one condemns you after you just said you made that decision.
yes, I
okay.
made the decision,
You
but
So
now,
condemned
you
yourself.
condemned yourself.
let me take
Condemned
that back.
yourself,
Let me take
Andre.
that back.
You condemned yourself, Jay.
Society, listen, society has condemned me.
Did
No, you.
society make that choice for you?
Exactly.
But the thing about it, basically, I beat up the dude that broke into my house damn near 20 years ago, and now you're gonna tell me that even after all these years of work, I can't get a job at this company or this company because of an event that happened then.
But yes,
Let's
and that's
get
it,
one.
unfortunately. Hey, you know what? And it's not fair. But unfortunately, Andre, life isn't fair. This is
Of
why you
course,
need to make smart decisions
He,
because
of
you know
course.
how the world works. It's
here,
just like this. Let me explain to you. It's just like this. Okay, if someone comes up to me and they do something I don't like, I flip out, cuss them out, get irate, punch them in the face, this and that. Yeah, they may have. Okay, for instance, someone calls me a nigger. A white person calls me a nigger. Okay, I could flip out, punch them in the face, assault them, this and that, whatever the case is. At that point, ideally, yeah, you would say, "Oh, you got the right to get mad and flip out and do whatever." But ideally, I just fucked up because now I broke the law. I took all the focus off that person, so now I've got to deal with those consequences.
Hey, Leslie, do understand that being in the military was a form of welfare? You were living off the government teat.
And
So
you
it's
know
not
what?
as
But here's the thing: I didn't stay on it. I took the opportunity. Just like welfare is not a bad thing if you're out of a job or you're unemployed. You get on it, go back to school, look for other jobs, and as soon as you find something else, you get off of it. That's the whole point. Yeah, you can take an opportunity and flip it into something bigger. That's the whole point. Not just stay on it and suck it dry and be lazy.
hey, can I interject real quick? Because I'm listening to what you're saying, and it's kind of disheartening to me because I promised myself I wasn't gonna turn into a grumpy old man, right? And part of not turning into a grumpy old man is forgetting, first of all, what it was like to be young. Second of all, what we know about mental development. So you're telling me that somebody makes a decision at 16, I mean, they're railroaded forever? Well, no, you got
Ideally,
no, but
ideally
hold on,
it
hold on.
sucks, but that's the way the world works, man,
No,
and you got to deal with it.
that's not the end of the point because I could disprove that in about 15 seconds.
Okay.
So let me just continue. And I don't mean to cut you off, but there was more. So
No, you're good. I'm sorry.
no, it's cool. The thing is, man, is that when you look at it like that, y'all like to talk about personal responsibility, or y'all like to say, this is my story. But the thing is that what I'm looking at is that we know for a fact that some people ain't gonna make it out of these environments that we know are difficult to maneuver out of, right?
That's
But
correct.
but the goal is, I hope, is to try to help as many of them as you can, right?
Right.
As
Yeah.
many that are willing to listen and accept the
Well,
help.
no. Because remember when you were young and you were in juvie, you weren't willing, so you could have got railroaded then too, bro.
No, I actually was willing, which is why I changed and never went back.
Well, you could have. It's so. It's go left or go right. It's blue pill, red pill, man.
But
You're
it's
not.
but it's still my decision. It's still my
Yeah,
decision at the end
but
of the day.
you had no idea what you were doing if you were a
No,
juvenile.
no, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Your brain
Stop,
was
stop,
incapable. No,
stop. I knew everything that I was doing when I was selling weed, when I
listen.
was running the streets. I knew everything that I was doing was wrong. So that's false. I knew
Let
what I
me
was
let me
doing was
tell you,
wrong.
brain development. And here's another thing you can study. The brain does not develop. Here's the thing. Adolescence, because of how we've evolved as people in our society, adolescence has extended into, for men, into your late 20s, early 30s. Where when most of us were born, I just telling you, listening to your history, your military and all that, back when we were born, adolescence ended about 25. Now the thing is that I personally think it has a lot to do with technology, but the deal is that we have to acknowledge those people that aren't getting out. some of them have an opportunity and they need the assistance, like people to be their voice, because they don't know that they're in a condition. They don't know any different until they see somebody. Like anybody that tells you they came out of the hood, they saw somebody make it out somehow, some way, and then they found a way to maneuver. And I'm just saying, if you're gonna look at statistics, we can improve the number of how many of them make it. And I don't have to sit up here and say, well, I did it, so you can do it. I can say, this is what you need to do. I'm trying to be solution oriented, and y'all sitting over here arguing about, can we fucking revolt against slave owners?
No, stop bringing up slavery. We're done with that. We're talking about
No,
now.
well, I know, but I'm
Talking
just
about now.
saying, man,
We're
I
talking about
don't, I
now. Let's
don't
keep it
want
on now.
to. Here's my deal. I try to talk to 10 young men a week.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Can I make a quick interjection? Somebody brought this up to me.
Go for it.
All those who are so down for the cause and so pro-black, why aren't you down in Baton Rouge right now?
Bro, y'all, I don't like the use of pro-black. I'm for being
That's not the question.
I'm for being.
Okay, however you want to.
No, listen, bro. Hey, let me.
Feel good. Why is somebody down there?
I respect you, KP, but man, your style is interesting.
Like I'm gonna let you know, I don't agree with that either because this is the problem.
It's some feedback.
Nubian, it's you. Yeah, turn your YouTube off. Okay, but I understand what you're saying, but if you sit up here and say, so yeah, I'm going through. We use me for an example. I don't mind being an example. I'll be the example. But so you're saying that I make a bad decision when I'm young, so basically that should condemn me to a life of hell. And on top of that, when you sit up here and say I should feel that because I'm condemned to a life of hell, I should just smile every day, even though I'm condemned to a life of hell. And then you wonder, wait. Then you wonder if a person, if we condemn people to a bad life or bad environment, then we wonder why these people act up and snap.
Okay, and now here's the thing. Here's the thing, Andre. Here's the thing, Andre. Ideally, yes, it is wrong, but that's not how the world works. Once you realize how the world works, you need to adapt. Mm-hmm. So if I know that if I make a bad decision, it could possibly fuck me up for the rest of my life, that's where the rationality should kick in. I should say, maybe I shouldn't make that decision.
And your brain can process that about 20.
Once you know where the trap is and how the trap is set, it's on you to avoid that motherfucker.
Here you go, like that. There you go, right here. There you go. Once you know where the trap is, but this is the problem with a lot of our youth. Even me back in the day, we didn't know about the trap.
Andre, let me tell you something, man. I've been in that trap, and I don't get too much into my life, my personal life. So to sit here and dwell on a decision that you made and act like you can't pull yourself by your own bootstrap, that's just wrong. You can't.
I knew it. I knew I would hear that term, bootstraps.
Listen.
I knew it was coming too.
That's one of the things. Everyone keeps going by that. Think about it. A lot of us, you make a mistake as you're older, right? So what does that do? That makes it where your life is 10 times harder. So what does that do? Your life is 10 times harder. That means you have to work way more hours. So then what does that lead to cause to? That leads to cause you spending less time with your children. What does that lead to cause to? That leads to cause with your children sitting up here being raised by the media or by their friends who aren't raised by their parents. What does that lead to cause to?
So that's
more
why,
crime and bullshit in America.
And that's why we need to stop focusing on slavery and all this other bullshit and start focus on teaching people the proper way to do things. So,
but I mean, what I'm talking about, it's just like I hate to say, it's a chain reaction. It's a chain reaction, and I mean, if you really want to follow it back, we can go back that far.
No, we're not going back. We're talking about
we're not going back. Understand the chain reaction of events.
Okay, and that's the whole point. It's a cycle, and that's where you need to realize that. So at this point, Andre, you're fucked. So your job now is to teach the younger people to not fuck themselves like you did.
Why do you think I tell my, like, most people would be, what the fuck? Why would you ever tell your business like that? That's why I tell my business to
Same
everyone.
here. Same
Because
here. Me
I
too.
want to, hey, do not get fucked up like this person right here. I mean, literally, I wish they could watch my as a things not to do. That should be like a course that they should make every fucking man watch as soon as he turns like 6. You gotta watch it once a month for his entire life, because I want him to memorize that video.
Well, you know what? The thing is that we have 2 black guys on here, and Leslie and KP. One in Leslie, who is completely hypocritical, because when he made his mistake under his current thinking, he should be doomed to a life of nothing. Because when he was in juvenile hall, that's when he made his decision. That's when he sealed his fate. But because he was made out of it, he can look back at people and say, you deserve no second chances. That's how it is.
I never said he don't deserve second chance. I never said that. You're putting words in my mouth.
No. When you said, hey, that's how the world works, that's like, if the law is no second chances, then goddamn it, no second chances.
But that's not the law. That's not the law. The law isn't no second chances.
You said that's how the world works.
How many prisoners are released? It's not this. The only time you don't get a second chance is when you commit when you're found guilty of first-degree murder. That's the only time. Other than that, every other sentence allows you to get off.
You went too far, and you can get off. You can kill a person and actually see freedom too. But my point about you was this. You know, your response to Andre was, look, you made this decision, tough luck, blah blah blah. And I'm saying that's funny how you didn't want the world to say tough luck to you when you were sitting in juvenile hall.
I never said that. See, again, you're putting words in my mouth. Guess what? Check this out. Me as a grown-ass adult and even as a kid, if that was the rule, then hey, I get what I get, because I still knew right from wrong when I was committing the crimes. So
it's so convenient to have that position after the fact.
I take responsibility. Everything that I do that's fucked up, Black, I take responsibility. I had a situation that happened to me a few years ago where I had a family incident, and guess what? I blew up. I got irate. I started threatening people. I got violent, and guess what? I took the focus off the person that should have had the focus on them in the first place. So what do? They took me to court. They filed a restraining order. I lost my right to carry my concealed weapon, all that shit. And guess what I say? I say it's my fault because I should have never got irate and acted out of control like that. I should have never got emotional. So at that point, that was my fault. It wasn't that person's fault.
That's a whole nother position, especially when it does not affect your ability to have an income. So losing your pistol, cry me a river. We're talking about people who make decisions that now they can't even provide sustenance to put food on their table. So that's totally different. So I wonder how you would take that if that one mistake.
Did he drop?
Black, you still there?
I think he got hit. He got frozen. He should be back.
Yeah.
But I would say it like this. I'm gonna tell you like this, Leslie. I ain't even gonna lie, and that's why you think I tell my story so much. Sometimes I don't even know how the fuck I roll over out of bed. Literally, I ain't even going that I'll be doing and hosting those shows and doing this shit. But I mean, sometimes this shit, even though you might look and say, well, wow, tonight we were arguing and shit like this, but this shit keeps me sane. I mean, literally, because sometimes your life you can be put back into a corner so much that this is the problem. You can create, when we push these people back in a corner like this, we can create more bullshit for our society. Because why? You've told these people they ain't shit, they ain't gonna never be shit, you ain't gonna never have shit, you ain't gonna never have a happy life. So here's the question: what's the point? If these people can never have or never do, what's the point of them following the rules? What is the point? You understand what I'm saying?
No,
if you can never have and never do, what makes people, like in predicaments like mine, still follow the laws?
Because there's a sense of morality that a person has to say, hey, you know what? Even though I'm in a fucked up decision, I still want to do what's right. That comes down to a personal moral decision.
Well,
oh my God! But what if you're raised in an immoral position? You're raised by immoral people.
Why don't
Listen,
you guys want to accept responsibility and accountability?
I
Why
do.
is it so hard for men to understand that?
What are you talking about? I accept responsibility every fucking day that I get up.
No, because
Every
then,
fucking
because
day
because
that
then
I
you
work
wouldn't,
12 hours a
Andre,
day.
Andre, because then you wouldn't be complaining. You say, you know what, I got myself into this mess. I just have to deal with the cards as they're
But
dealt.
okay, here's the question. Here's the question. Let me ask you a question, Leslie. I understand as you say. So basically, it's all right for how society treats people like that. If you fuck up, you're done.
No,
I,
it's not,
no,
it's
no, no.
not,
Listen,
it's
listen.
not right. It's not
Basically,
right.
but yeah,
It's not
basically,
right.
I
But
become
that's
a
how it
slave
is.
for my whole life. I
It's
become unless
hey,
something
you know
happens
what?
and I hit the lottery
He,
or this show becomes popular and then all of a sudden all my financial problems are solved, technically I become a slave to whatever I do for the rest of my life.
it's not right, Andre. You're right. It's not right. But I'm sorry, that's not the world we live in. You got to deal with the
but,
world you live in.
but see, that's the thing with Leslie. He's the type that was like, "Hey, man, the sign says no colors, so go ahead and just drink at the one that says four colored."
Oh, you're right.
No,
You're
you
right. No,
changed the
no, no, you're
world.
right. You're right. Check
You
this out.
changed the
This
world.
is. You're right. No, let me elaborate on that. No, you are right. I am the one that says, you know what? If it says whites only, no colors, fuck yeah. I don't want to be in a place where I don't belong. So I go and I start my own shit. That's what I do.
Listen, no, 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 no. That's not. That's
I don't believe in forcing people to acclimate to my ideologies. If they don't agree or whatever, then fine, I'll separate and I'll do my own thing, and that's what
You're
I've done.
so full of shit because they forced integration applied to the military as well. So what are you talking
Not well.
about?
Hey, guess what? I was never segregated in the military I served in. I actually,
I'm talking
I
about the fact
actually,
that you serve. It comes from the colors only
we're talking
fight.
about now, brother. We're talking about now. We're talking about right now. You keep going
You
back
just
to the past. Let's
no.
talk
I,
about
I
now.
gave an example of that. How you want everything to stay. If it is how it is, stay the course. That's how it is.
I
And
don't
it's
care.
the
Guess what? Guess
possibility.
what? If somebody down the road from me wanted to open up a restaurant, say we don't want black folks allowed, that's their fucking right. It's their fucking money, their fucking property. That's their fucking right. Because guess what? I've got a shop that I run, and I would like the right and ability to turn away people that I don't want to serve and not have anybody fuck with me. If you don't like
No, no,
something, move the fuck on. Let people have the right to do what they
no,
want to do as
You know
long
the
as they're
no
not
one's.
problem.
taking away your rights
Hold
and
on.
freedoms.
You know what,
What you're
Leslie?
describing is
Hold on.
separation,
Let me
and
say
I'm
this here.
talking about segregation. That's the point. When you were talking
The,
about it wasn't. I'm not talking about two equals having a conversation. I'm talking about a superior and an inferior. So when
You're
you sit
always
here and
gonna
talk
have a
about
superior. You see, that's your ego talking. That's your emotion, your ego. Dude, this is America. This is your life. You're always gonna have somebody over you. I own my own business, but guess what? My customers are still over me because they're the ones that put money in my pocket so I can put food on my table. So I have to kiss their ass. Even if I have customers that come in that are irate, that are picky, or whatever, I still have to bite my fucking tongue so I can make that transaction and continue to put money in my pocket. So you're always going to have somebody that's superior to you, dude. Get over it. You're never going to leave that situation.
well, no,
the
like I said,
problem
you
is
keep missing my
Leslie.
point.
No, the problem is Leslie. The statement you made makes too much sense, man.
Yeah, yeah, KP, the guy who wants to actually solve problems when he sits there and says, "Well, if you're pro-black, why aren't you in Baton Rouge?" As if you can't be pro-black and be poor. You're trolling.
Well, here's my thing. Pro, when you use the
Wait a minute,
word
you came
pro,
onto my platform. How you gonna call me a troll? What the fuck sense
I
does
thought
that
I thought this
make?
was I thought this was Dre's shit. You're the master in chief.
No, I'm not.
all right, here's the thing. When you use the word pro, that means you're for that movement. So I am for blacks. That's why I'm saying blacks, take accountability, take responsibility, stop making stupid decisions. You know right from wrong. Take your opportunities. Guess what? When I came back for recruiters assistance from boot camp, I went to these black neighborhoods to try to get blacks to take the opportunity to do 4 years, to get a degree, to get some training, to get some discipline, to get an education, to better their lives and open up more doors of opportunity. Guess what the number one answer was from these black men? I'm trying to be a rapper. I'm trying to make beats. This is the stupid shit I'm talking about. Blacks do not want to they don't want to make a small term sacrifice to make a long term gain.
But
And
this is
this
the
is the
thing.
dynamic that we live in.
No. It's not about. See, that's what I'm saying. You want to blame the end result, but we have these households where military men aren't present. Men alone aren't present. So
when you have these fantasy dreams, which is a feminine way to live, it's going to spill over to the
It's not a
children.
fantasy, dude. I can
Not
probably write
you. I'm
I
talking
can
about their
probably
rap dreams. Not
dude.
you. I'm talking
And
about
that's
their
what I'm
rap
saying.
dreams.
That shows you the mindset of black folks and the laziness of black folks that they want the fast cash and the easy way out instead of rolling up their sleeves and doing some hard fucking work to get what they
Because
want.
what are you talking about? Everybody that works in the black community doesn't have shit. So what do you mean, kids?
And
You're gonna
that's their
blame them?
fault.
You're
That's
gonna
their
blame
fault.
them?
That's
That's
their
their
fault.
fault.
Here's the
That's their
thing.
fault.
Here's the
Oh,
thing. Guess
Jesus
what?
Christ.
Guess what, brother? If you know the hood sucks, if you know poverty sucks, why the fuck are you making kids and putting them into that predicament just to continue the cycle?
Because the white
Oh
man,
man.
baby, fucked the black woman.
Now, but here's the question. Here's the question. Like, as you perfectly understand, you say, why did I have kids? Like I said, perfect example. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't ready for none of them. We had already had arrangements beforehand. Really, they changed their mind. All four of them did. So literally, they just showed that you had no power. Now, people can look at me now and say, oh, you just had bad choices. But I mean, literally, two of them have degrees. So it ain't like these are just scum of the earth type women, that were, born and raised in the projects. But I'm going to let you know that sometimes, you can't tell a motherfucker what to do. And that's exactly what they did, what they wanted to do, and fuck everyone else. And I mean, it's very hard sometimes to, keep your head up when you know that you're getting fucked all the way around. You get fucked by them, you're fucked by society. I mean, literally, I am not surprised more men haven't snapped.
And that's the thing. But still, you have to, as a man, you have to say, you know what? I made my bed. I've got to lie in it. And I've got to do the best that I can do. Stop fucking whining. Stop fucking bitching. Stop fucking complaining. You are the one that did it. Nobody put a gun to your head and made you make these choices. So you got to deal with it. And like I said, ideally, yeah, I would love for society to give second chances and do all this or whatever the case is. But we know that's not the reality. So you have to make your decisions accordingly.
Yeah, I understand. I totally understand what you're saying, and this, that, and the other. I mean, really, I ain't even gonna lie. The only reason why I'm still alive, my goal was to get my son to 18. After he's 18, I figure I don't really care what happens to me because I realize that hey, I've made bad decisions,
Yeah.
and basically my life is gone. I don't predict anything good to come out of it. Only thing good I can say is that hopefully they'll be successful.
Yeah, and then as a man,
The world works that way.
as a man, now it does come to the point of what you were talking about earlier. As a man, you still have morals. Okay, no matter how fucked you feel, you still have morals. And are you gonna, say, hey, I still want to do the right thing. I still want to push, or I can take the easy way, cop out, and just go freaking berserk and continue to put myself in an even worse situation than I am now. That's the
Okay.
decision you have to make.
So here's the question right here. Like you're right. Here you go, like this. You say cop out, go berserk, but no offense. As you say, so what? I mean, I made a bad decision 20 years ago. Now that you're gonna let me know that I gotta live 70 years of pain and torture. I mean, no offense. We might as well teach the black community. As soon as you make a bad decision, just go ahead and off yourself.
No, that's not true because you still, as a man, you still have morals to stand by. Again, like I said, am I going to continue to keep doing what's right even though I fucked up, or am I just going to cop out and take the easy way out and just go buck wild? So you still have a decision. You still have morals to abide by.
Dre, I made some fucked up decisions in my life, brother. And some of those decisions I still pay for today. But guess what? You don't hear me talk about it. You don't hear me bitch about it. You know why? Because I fucking deal with it. I own my shit. I own my own company, and I own my own motherfucking fuck-ups.
All right,
I don't blame somebody for my mess-ups.
Okay, I got a question for you, Leslie. You don't feel offended, do you? Do you feel offended by black?
Not at all. No, I don't take anything personal, man. I have nothing but love for black. I respect them for coming on here. I don't take anything personal, brother. We're just having a conversation as black men, and that's it, man.
Okay.
He's funny as hell.
I was making sure somebody in the chat room said something, and I was just making sure that. I mean, and like I said, maybe because I will admit, like I said, I'm a nice guy. Maybe I'm too nice. Maybe that's why I've been fucked in life. But I can understand his point of view, even though his delivery is not as clean as we would like it to be.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Andre, and this is the problem we have, and this is another thing that's killing the black community. We are too emotional, and instead of looking at somebody's point in their message, we get hung up on the, oh, he called me this, oh, he said in this, oh, that, you know, it's the ego thing and the emotion, and we got to get over that.
Right.
Hey, fellas. Hold
on 1 second. Let me finish.
You should do it though.
Let me finish. Here's the thing. I hear what Black's saying, and I don't care about the attacks. I don't care about that. I'm listening to his message. And yes, I understand where he's coming from, but I fundamentally disagree. And I have to leave it at that. That's it.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Hey, Black, you made repeated reference to the fact that some of us are giving our wealth to white women. And I want to ask you a question, and I'm totally respectful. I'm not even trying to be a dick here. How do you feel about black men who are being forced under the threat of jail to give their wealth to black women?
Ooh.
No. I'm against. Listen, I'm against the child support system because it's basically a ransom racket. But what I'm saying is that in the as far as the optics, that beats a member of the oppressor class benefiting from anything a black person generates.
I got a secondary question then. Let's say for instance we go ahead and acquiesce to your point that systemic racism, white supremacy is continuing today. It's causing a multitude of problems in the black community. Okay, can you still say that after we acquiesce to that, is it okay to say that blacks also have a hand in their own situation as well?
Well, I put it like this. The relationship and the power between black and white it's just like a parent and a child. If you molest your child, don't be surprised if he goes out into the world and starts molesting. So what I'm saying is that once we identify the root cause, then we have to realize that our response to racism has to change. So the alternative to racism is black self-respect. And when you respect black, you don't harm it, you don't drug it, you don't kill it, you don't beat it, you don't abuse it, you don't name call it.
Okay, well, I would like to say this, and I got to get back on this restaurant. I actually respect this brother, y'all. I know me and him arguing shit, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I respect him a lot more than some people that I actually like, and I'll tell you why. Because he don't come at me sideways. I know where this dude coming from. And there are a lot of people that I know personally who I'm cool with that I don't know where the fuck they're coming from. And I have that eye on them all the time because I just don't know. I respect this dude, man. I mean, we don't agree on shit, but I totally respect where he's coming from.
Hey, you know what, NBA? Hold on, let me address it. You know, NBA, that's the one thing I respect about you. We are definitely enemies of thought, if nothing else. And I know where you're firing from. I know that it's a 6-shooter, and that we are going to disagree, and it's always going to be a Mexican standoff. So even though I feel like you've betrayed black people, I respect the fact that you are consistently you.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, that's how I feel about you. It's all gravy to me. I mean, I'm kind of like Leslie. I know we're gonna disagree on pretty much everything. Actually, I mean, I'm just being honest. We're gonna disagree on a bunch because I just believe in self-reliance and self-sufficiency. I just think it's time that we pick ourselves up. I mean, yeah, it's okay to look back and continue to give the blame where it's due. But I think while we're giving the blame, we could also be moving forward at the same time. I believe we can walk and chew gum at the same time is what I'm trying to say.
Hey,
I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Black.
What's going on?
No, this is Rampage, I should say.
Oh, okay.
Hey, got a question for you. Are you in a relationship?
Am I in a relationship? I am not.
You're not? Have you dated a woman with fake hair or fake eyelashes, anything like that?
Listen, man, I'm black. I'm 35 years old. I've shoved it to.
Have you ever told that woman that she's giving her money, her black money, away to other cultures?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Are you really going to make that? I'm talking about inheritance, legacy, and you're talking about a black woman buying weave in comparison to a marriage, a transfer of wealth. That's what you're going to do, KP?
I'm just asking you a simple question.
Right. Okay, that's what I thought.
Just
KP, you're
yes
just
or
trolling.
no. Just yes or
Just
no.
answer the question, Chris. Just answer the question.
What was the question? I forgot it now.
The women that you dated that had fake hair and all that shit, did you ever explain to them
Yeah,
about
yeah.
giving away money?
Did I ever explain to them doing what now?
About giving
I'm
away
sorry,
black
I'm
money?
driving and my signal may be shit.
Okay. I tell you what, I'll wait till you get stable so that you can answer a question. So we don't dance tonight.
Oh no. Okay, I'm at a red light. Go ahead, ask away, goddammit.
Okay. Okay, a woman that you dated with hair extensions, weave, or eyelashes. Have you ever said to her that she's giving away black money to other minorities or
Well,
other groups of people?
you asked about my history as if I dated. You asking about my dating history. In my past, I have. I make it a
No,
point
no.
not
Did you
to.
explain? Did you explain to them what they were doing?
I, I have once my train of thought has changed. I have talked to black women saying, look, what you're doing is self-hating. You're licking white people's ass cracks with this bullshit, and you need to stop because white people are bad. So I had that conversation, but now I refuse to have it because I will only deal with the women who have natural hair.
Okay. Just a simple question, just asking.
I mean,
You're trolling, but I can dig it.
How is that trolling? I'm just asking the questions.
Because your question doesn't lead anywhere. You're just asking to troll. You're asking to trap. But because I'm smarter
no,
than you, I can
no,
get my way out of it.
no, no, Black. His question is to see what type of mind frame you are in. That's why a question is that. So that's what we do here. Sometimes we'll ask a question just to get your particular take on a certain subject, even though it may not be.
Great. Most people are,
You're new here, Black. They don't know you.
and most people aren't even smart enough to even understand that.
Hey, all
All
I'm
right, you
saying
guys,
is,
I'm gonna go and call.
That's all it is, Black. It's not an attack.
oh well, Dre, listen, I'm not offended. I'm sitting here
Because
having
let me
fun
tell you
with
something,
everybody else.
Black Rampage. Have you heard me call you out of your name once?
Night.
Have you heard me call you a troll or
Yeah,
anything one time?
you've called me a pro-black, and you mean that as a slur. So yes, you have called me out of my name.
But you claim to
Because
be pro-black, right?
because pro-black for you is a
You claim to
diss.
be pro-black.
No, okay, so are we gonna? Because we don't have to cut hairs.
Okay,
Pro-black
do
to
you
you
claim
is
to
a
be
diss.
pro-black? Yes or no?
Nah, you're not gonna do that to me, K Pizzle. No way.
Thank you. Okay, then you can't answer the question. I'm calling you.
Answer
You
the
are probably referring to yourself
question.
as.
Answer the question, Chris.
Answer the question. I am a pro-black. When he calls me
Okay,
that,
so when I call you a pro-black, then how you gonna get offended?
well,
Right.
listen. Here's the thing. I think Smurfs are subhuman. So if I call a Smurf a Smurf that I don't appreciate, I mean Smurf as a slur. Like, oh man, you're a Smurf. Oh, okay, well that's what the Smurfs do. That's Smurf behavior. So pro-black to
But I'll
you
tell
is
you
a
this.
diss.
But you just said you are a pro-black.
You were listen. It's not a diss. I understand what you're saying because over there they used to use the Smurf term as a diss and all that. But over here, it's if you say, "Hey, I am," like perfect example. You go like Matt Black. I am against black women. Period. That's how he is. And if you say what, so you only say that you only date white women? Yes. That's just, you understand what I'm saying? It's not an insult. That's just his truth. And that's why, you understand, we kind of got a different way that we go around things here. That's why it may seem that way. And like, see how you figured that was an insult. And just like earlier, when you throw your little troll words or whatever in your statements, people over here thought it was an insult.
Well, I didn't. But see,
That's
trolling.
different kind of, no, but listen, what I'm trying to say is different points of views, and that's what it is. It's not that, remember how you said, he took that as an insult, you took just by him calling you pro-black, and even though you say you pro-black as an insult. So you understand what I'm saying? Basically, what we're just trying to say is that that's why we want to keep the names and the stuff out of it, because people can take that and it can manipulate their feelings. Not everybody is as calm as like Leslie, or maybe I say Leslie. Like I said, I thought I was the calmest motherfucker. No, Leslie is the most calmest man I know. I thought I was calm. Leslie has us all fucking beat. So we're gonna talk about this for another 10 minutes. Then we're gonna flip it over on this and say, what the fuck do we need to do now from this point to make things better? We're not talking about what fucked it up. What are we gonna do to make it better?
Okay, fair enough. Okay, well, listen.
Last go round, and we're going to making it. You know, we're gonna stay on this show, but now we're gonna talk about what we need to do to be better.
Hey, I want to go first. Y'all need to elect me president. And for my platform, I promise a chicken in every pot and a nigga in every field.
Oh my God, that's fucked up.
Black, I
fucked
just
up.
joked on my pop. Now you didn't have to go there. But elect you president? Come on now.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm eminently qualified. Let's see. I'm educated. I don't care about niggas.
Mute.
I don't care about niggas. I'm just fucking with y'all. Hey, Dre, I told you I was. I told you I was gonna troll your ass, so I'm trolling you.
All right.
I owe you that way. Hey, would you rather me troll you now or make a video in the morning?
All right.
Video's coming.
All right, next person. You got your turn. Next person. Go ahead. We're gonna go to Josh.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Our final thoughts on that, and then we're going over to what we need to fucking do to make things better.
I ain't
No
even
more
gonna
bad
bother
talk.
talking about that.
Oh, so you know what? You don't. Okay. Well, we go to the next
All right,
person. What about you, Chess?
Chess.
Yes.
Mute it.
I'm bad.
Oh my God, it's Tommy. It's my future ex-wife.
I'm marrying her already. I already caught dibs on that.
I said
If
ex-wife.
you marry me, I'm not letting you go. You're gonna have to die to get out of it.
Uh-oh, crazy black.
That's what my last wife said. That shit didn't go.
All right. Anything to say, Jess?
I don't
know.
think Chess
Hey,
can hear.
my bad. I'm sorry.
Final thoughts.
We talk about that. We're gonna flip over. Well, I guess here ain't nobody have anything to say.
Oh, what's wrong with being pro-black?
Well, you got to be if you're gonna be pro-black, like I said before, pro means you're for the movement, and if you're pro-black, then you want to see black people succeed and be their best. But continuing to give them excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse, at that point, you're not honestly being pro-black. You're being con-black.
Well, I mean, I don't think pro-black doesn't mean anti-white or anybody else. Not for everybody. So that's what I'm saying. I feel you.
False.
I feel you.
That's false. Pro-black in its essence is anti-white. You have to be pro-black because of white people. So what's any solution that involves whites?
Are you being anti-white?
Hey, here we go.
What do you mean, is he being anti-white? The first thing he said on here is all white people are evil. Yes,
Here we go.
Anti-white.
No.
Here we go,
See,
guys.
that's what I'm saying, Josh. That's why I asked.
He's been banned for taking jabs at every white person.
I got the solution, folks.
I will say that. Being pro-black is anti-white.
I'm pro-black. I'm not anti-white.
Oh, then drop it. Then drop the title.
No, but you
No, I can say I'm pro-black. I'm pro-black. It doesn't mean I'm anti-anybody.
But I'm gonna have to state that statement, Chess Newman, because you have no grounds. Because also you're fucking Black Lives Matter. We already know how fucked up that is.
Oh, back to that.
Right there.
Don't believe that. Don't believe that.
Come on now. You understand what I'm saying? Pro-black and Black Lives Matter got about the same amount of credibility when you say those two statements. I'm just letting you know that.
Hey, check this out.
We're not going to bring up BLM. I don't even know why you bring that up.
Well, pro-black, I will admit, like I said, that's why I said I give it to Chris, because he says pro-black Chris. Everybody knows he's pro-black.
Yeah,
but
he's
for him
pro-black
to
on the
actually have the guts to come out and say that
No, he's pro-black on a different stream. I'm pro-black. I want black folk to do well and do better and not make excuses. That doesn't mean I'm not pro-black.
But still, I mean, I hate to say something. I would never say I'm pro-black. I'd never say I'm Black Lives Matter either.
Andre, I got the solution. Here we go.
What's that?
White people are evil. It's all white people's fault. That's the end of the show, folks. Everybody have a good night.
No, that will be what Chris would say. Go ahead, Chris. Get your last bit in. Then we're going to talk about what the hell we need to do to fix poverty.
Okay, my last bit is can you? I want to make sure I'm clear because I don't want it to come up terrible on the playback.
We hear you.
Okay, all right. Okay, one, I want to properly define pro-black. Pro-black is the result of white terrorism, and so that you have to coagulate your resources as a black person because of white people.
I can't take you seriously when you talk sometimes, man.
Hey, well, see, that's what I'm saying. Hey, it's racist because we're trying.
No, it's because you're so racist that when you talk, I can't help but laugh.
Right. Oh yeah. Here's a black man. Here's a black man reacting to white terrorism, but you find that cute. But
I find you very racist.
Just like white people to make light of a serious situation.
She's not even white.
You called me racist earlier for being white.
Yes, she's not even white.
Hey, look, listen, man. I know I'm very familiar with the racial designations of America.
You're like white. The lightest black person on the panel.
I'm the same color as Tupac.
If you would, I tell you what.
So let's keep it like this. Somebody in your family is white, right? You're the problem.
I'm the same color as Tupac. No, if there's any white blood in me, it's the blood of a rapist.
Hey, black. To be honest with you, scientifically, skin color is not the only variable when it comes to designating races.
And if you want to sit here and designate races for the American purpose, go look up the census and see what they say about race. And
I do.
Black.
Hey, KP, because you don't know so much. I mean, you don't know a whole bunch. The census says that not only are Europeans white, Arabs and Semites of North Africa and Israel and the Saudi Peninsula are white. So white people get to designate who's white and who gets to have white benefits. So that's what I'm saying. So
let's not just sit here and say what I do not know and my intelligence level, because I don't know what you know. You don't know what the fuck I know.
Hey, listen, I know more than you, KP, if I don't know shit else.
Okay, because you're so smart.
You got you there, KP. You lose.
Yes, you know what? I will bow out that argument. You know what? You're absolutely right, because white supremacy had given you all this education. You're fucking right, because guess what? The white man.
Yep, you lost the argument, KP. You lose.
The point is that you can't be pro-black is about the
final start. Then we go into the politics.
I just want to finish because the way the benefactor of racism, she jumped in and attacked me. But this is what I'm saying.
When you talk, I can't stop laughing. I'm so sorry.
This guy can't be real. You gotta be joking.
You're gonna keep making me laugh. I don't know if you know this, but you are the most racist person in the world.
Where's Ashton Kutcher, man? We're all getting punked here.
Come on.
Hey, Dre bounces for me. But to sum it up, being pro-black is about the exclusive.
You joked a lot.
Right. But it's about the exclusive benefit for black people. So when you talk about rainbow coalitions, that's anti-pro-black. When you talk about anybody else's plight but your own, you're not being pro-black. You can't.
What you should talk about is Chicago being anti-black, where they're killing each other.
Or I can go back to what KP don't know.
Or better yet, Detroit.
Why don't you just tell us how a white person told every black person in Chicago to kill black people and why
Tony, no, I'm going to bring it right to his backyard. I'm going to bring it right to Detroit. You're like killing motherfuckers left and right down there.
Yeah, sounds like poverty.
Anti-black.
It is. Murdering a black person is anti-black. Sounds like the result of poverty. It seems
like you should be out there talking to those guys, because those guys are having more of an impact on the community than people saying, fuck you niggas.
hey, you know what's crazy? And, the non-pro-blacks have all the pro-black answers. That is so hilarious. Anybody else
And
catch
guess
that?
what? We're on this panel. We have been exercising those great things, those great ideals that you have, but you don't do.
Oh, there it is. It goes right back to instead of because I put the ball
Oh
in
yeah,
your court.
I'm sorry. We're exercising the white man's ideology. My bad.
Yeah, that now you're going somewhere, KP. Now you're
Yeah,
with it.
I'm gonna go that way. I'm gonna go that way. Yeah.
Thank you, KP. The first step to being not like you is admitting you have a problem.
Yeah, and guess what? See, and this guy
Okay.
here.
All right, guys. That's enough. That's enough. All right. I'll say this. I thank you guys for having a debate, and you guys actually not sitting here killing each other. Especially like I'm gonna let you know like this. I know Chris from back in the day. He's very good at throwing a little joke in there, and sometimes his jokes can be taken the wrong way. And I'll say most of the time it's taken the wrong way. Brother Man he's very. I'll say this. He's very strong on that subject there. So now we're gonna flip it over now. And
Andre, can I say something really quick? I'm sorry.
No, we're going over.
wait a minute.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. We have to give the white privilege. So go right ahead, Tony.
No, this is just I haven't gotten my card in the mail yet, Andre.
I know. Hey, but don't worry. I mean, well, fine. Since you don't have the white privilege, we'll just give you because you got cute feet. Evidently, that's what it is. So we'll give you that too.
Andre, Thursday has no curfew.
Hey, where's Chris at? Oh, it's past Chris's. See, I had to say that joke for him because. But go ahead.
He's still asleep. He doesn't wake up till like 1. He's still in Sweden.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and get your point across. Then we're gonna go to the second. We're gonna go to. We've talked about all the problems. Now we're gonna talk about how the fuck do we stop the poverty. That's what, because I hate to say, that's what we're actually planning on doing with the next channel that we are starting here. And in fact, I'll give you guys the link tomorrow. But we're starting a Soto. I mean, god damn, look at me.
You really straight up, man.
Talk about the fucking damn. When you sit up here and say, damn, you get into a habit of saying a name. Social solutions. And we're actually going to come up with solutions to problems. And we're going to also actually chip in and do that. And by my lead man here, Leslie. So go ahead, say your thing, and then we're going to go over and flip it over and talk about what we're going to do. Go ahead, Tony.
Oh, no, go ahead. I'll wait till we go to the next one.
Oh, no, we're going to stay here.
Oh.
We're going to go, but I want you to take on it. You had something to add to that before we go.
Oh, I just wanted to say something. There's people that I always see, get called out when they say really rude or really obscene or really out of control things. And I don't think that people, because they're black, should be able to be just as rude as we don't allow other people to be for not being black. I think that's so ridiculous, and I don't. And he was saying things about people's wives, and I understand the let's be thick-skinned, but let's not coddle.
Right. Oh, we're not. If you notice, that's why they banned him in the chat room. You notice you didn't hear me saying things. Like I said, if you heard me say, brother man, Chris, he's a good guy by the heart, but on certain topics right here, this is like I hate to say, this is the worst topic to talk to him about. I hate that you met him on this topic. If it was
Hey, Andre.
He's so damn pro-black.
Wait a minute, Black. I hate that you met him on this topic because
But he would have hated me either way. He's already called me the white devil. He would have hated me either way.
See, that's
I'm
a
gonna
lie.
help you out real quick, Tony.
I didn't call her a devil. That's a
I'm
lie.
gonna tell you, he's
See,
so anti.
You did on the chat.
Hold on. You so anti-white, but you're on the white man's fucking internet.
Oh, that's corny.
Let's not lie about things, Black Rampage. I blocked you for saying that God created the devil or white people.
No,
Hey, can I ask you a question?
That was your first comment in this chat room. So
Can I ask you a question?
I
No.
blocked
Hold
that
on.
comment, and then I
Hold on.
continue to
She's
show your
lying.
site.
I just want to
I'm
ask
not
one
lying.
question.
I have it on my computer. I can refresh it.
I
Can
didn't
I
Don't
ask
say
a
call me
white
a
question?
people.
liar.
I
I know
didn't
how
say
to
Wait a
white
read.
minute,
people
I
are
know
the
man.
you know how to
devil.
write.
One at a time. One at a time. We cannot hear you.
She's lying on me, so I want to address that.
Okay, all right. Let
I'm
me get
going
it
to give you
on the
I'm going to
video.
give you to quote what I said. I said there is no God because there's white people. Who else deserves his wrath? I didn't call white people the devil, so that's a lie.
No, it's on
Okay.
here.
Well, I
Can I
don't.
ask a question?
We
Go
are
ahead.
intelligent enough to read between the lines. Stop. You
Can
can
I
cut.
ask one question?
Go ahead.
You were talking about the new channel where you're going to be helping people and all that.
Yes.
I'm done with the last topic. I'm moving on. I just want to ask one question from you and Leslie. Do I get an exemption? Do I get an exemption from that? Because I ain't helping nobody do shit. So
No. I hate to say that. No, not at all.
so I gotta fucking give and be nice.
But look.
Okay,
wait.
here we go. The mad nice atheist.
No, shut up. Because you know why? Plain and simple. There's no black privilege. Okay? There's no black
But I
privilege.
gotta fucking help people. You saying I have to help people? Fine, I'll fucking do it. Fine.
Only white privilege, no black privilege.
I'm gonna pick some old bum up and take him out to dinner at some steakhouse somewhere. We
Right.
got a Ruth's Chris steakhouse up the street. I'll go buy him $100 steak and I'll post the shit on the videos or whatever. Holy crap, man!
That's well done.
All right. Now, okay, here we go, guys. We've had fun here. I thank you guys for being able to put up with Chris's insults here. We're working on the man. We're going to bring him around here to let him know that he can engage in intelligent conversations with people without throwing his little side jab in. We're going to let him know that we don't do that over here. He's a work in progress. And remember what we said, we are here to help people, and we need to help people, especially him. But on that note, now we're going to talk about, we talk about the poverty and what it causes. Now we're going to talk about what are we going to do to end the poverty.
You know what?
And please, guys, no side jokes at the last conversation. Keep it all clean and 100 because that will get us off track and we don't get to any solutions. So what do we do to stop and end the poverty?
Hey, Dre.
Yeah.
How long have we been running?
I don't know.
Wow.
You know, because this would be a good topic to have Black Rampage on to give a solutions to the black community part 2.
Okay.
Just start a whole new one.
All right, well, I will do that. Since we're at that, we want you guys to hear. You're going to give me 5 minutes. We'll shut down. On that note, we're going to start a new show in 5 minutes. I will post the link, so just don't close it out yet because I haven't set up the new show yet. Thank you for watching Debating Woes. Please like, share, subscribe, and please hit that donate button down there. You guys
Hey, Dre.
I need more of those. What do you want, mad black supporter?
Hey, listen. It's always a bad idea to let white people influence your decision making.
Oh my God!
So I'm just.
Hey, no. Hey, Rampage. Save it for the next show, brother.
Right. Okay. We as I said, we end the note on the most. I'll say, this guy is the most stand up for black people. If we ever wanted to go to war with white people, we'll have Pro Rat Chris leading the way. I'm just letting you know. That's just
Yeah, start with the kids.
Okay, we're all right here. We're gonna end the show on that note. Thank you guys for coming out here and watching the show, Debating Woes. It was episode number 17. Thank you guys for being thick again. Please like, share, subscribe, definitely donate, and we'll see you guys in 5 minutes on the flip side. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Black